So does this mean that Hudson stabbed Gary or what? Let me know your thoughts down below. But hey y'all, welcome back to another review of Life Chess with Tyler Perry Sister Season 8, Episode 20. Okay, y'all, so first things first, let me know y'all thoughts on tonight's episode down below. Look, they done did a doggone 4-week time jump. I said if I hadn't been looking up there, I would have missed it. Now, they did end up saying it's been a month and stuff like that, but at the same time, sometimes you don't pay attention to stuff like that. How did y'all feel about the 4-week, I about to say 4 month. How did y'all feel about the 4-week time jump? Let me know down below. But yeah, I was like, I'm still confused. Now it was confirmed on tonight's episode that Hudson and Miss Marie was in cahoots together. So it was two people. But I'm still confused about which one of them stabbed him, though. Remember, Gary said it was a woman. Maybe I missed that part because I seen the part where Miss Marie was telling Hudson that this stabbing was supposed to get her control of Gary. Did she say his shares or something like that? I don't know, y'all. Y'all know how the doggone BET website be cutting out sometimes. So maybe I missed it. So does this mean that Hudson stabbed him or did Miss Marie stab him? Either way it go, both of them are in cahoots together. And also, does this mean that she crooked too? She was having, what she said, $500,000 transfer to all these offshore accounts and stuff. I was like, yeah, maybe Karen and them messed up by investing with this lady. But okay, y'all, it was a 4-week time jump if y'all missed that part. Andy is officially named the managing partner, so they was just all clapping up for that. Hayden face all bruised up still, even though it's a month later. Fatima was just sitting up there taunting him and stuff. And I was like, dawg, I wanted them to pick up where they left off, where Jordan was over here choking him and stuff. But yeah, this man in jail. I said, that's what you get. That's what you get. But yeah, not only that, I was hoping that Zach said what his theory was. But no, Fatima kept interrupting him and stuff. I wanted to know what he thought. But yeah, with Hayden, he was doing what he do, kissing butt. He doing what he do, kissing butt. Wait a minute. Now, I thought they showed Hayden. Remember in the trailer where it went by kind of fast, so I don't know if y'all seen that part or not. But they showed him, he was looking all surprised and stuff. And I think he was in the same place that Miss Marie was in. But I don't think I seen that on tonight's episode. Maybe it'll be next week. We'll see. But yeah, Hayden face all bruised up. Fatima was taunting him about calling her cousin and stuff like that. But he was being cordial. He was being cordial and everything. Like I said, kissing butt. But Robin ends up extending congratulations to Andy. Says there's nothing holding him there. He want her to care. I think they said for the season finale. I gotta drop that video too. We'll drop the review for the synopsis or whatever. What did it say? It said something about Robin and Andy, y'all. But Sabrina and the money ends up coming back from the business trip. They were here laughing and smiling and stuff. But yeah, so Tony was walking up while they was laughing and stuff, and he ends up confronting Sabrina about going on the trip with the money and all this other stuff. The money was trying to introduce himself to Tony, and he was like, basically, you the one that was itching. You was itching to give your spur to her. I was like, well, he ain't lie. Neither did he lie when he said that the sisters lack accountability. I said facts, because Danny was the one to knock the doggone coffee in the man's face. But I gotta say, Andy brought up the way she worded it and everything. I was like, you might have convinced me. That all of them need to be suspended. But the way Andy said it, she was like, the only reason why Leonard targeted Danny in the first place is because Tony, enrolled her in a program that she didn't even want. I mean, he did say that he worked hard for that to get in that program and she got the spot. So technically she's right. But at the same time, I was trying to remember, was it just their relationship in general? Because I remember people were staring at them before. I can't remember if it was like people who was flying or if it was co-workers. But wasn't people looking at them before? Or was that at the same time? I don't know. Do y'all think that Andy had a point about, it being Tony's fault for enrolling her in that program in the first place? I don't know. Let me know down below. But yeah, the money ends up checking Tony about his tone and the way he was talking to Sabrina. They start going back and forth. Danny been suspended for a month now. It was confirmed in this episode. Like I said, 4-week time jump, y'all. Tony said it's time for the Sister Circus to start taking accountability. And I said he didn't lie, though. I wrote that down, y'all. Sabrina ends up saying what Danny did was self-defense. And Tony ends up saying, well, he said it before that. Tony said Danny assaulted a coworker. And I was like, wait a minute. I said, wait, which one we gonna start with first? What Tony said or what Sabrina said? Sabrina said it was what Danny did was self-defense. I said, is they classifying it as self-defense now? If somebody said something to you out the way, because they also said, what did Andy say? It was sexual harassment or something like that. So I was like, is they classified as self-defense now? What she did? Like, I don't know. Then Tony said that Danny assaulted a coworker. So if you knock something out of somebody's hand, well, I see the point. I see the point because anything could hurt anybody or whatever. I said 4 month time, not four. I keep saying 4 months. 4 week time jump, and Karen's still pregnant. How many months did they say she was anyway? I can't remember. I cannot remember or whatever. But yeah, Pam, they showed Pam and Karen. Pam was promoting her brand. She believes that Karen's story can end up boosting sales. So I want to know if she actually gonna do it because y'all know. Excuse me. If y'all seen the episode, then y'all know. Well, if you haven't, because I know once again, sometimes people just listen to reviews. They don't watch the episode. Miss Marie called Karen. Was it towards the end of the episode? I think so. I didn't even get a lot of notes this time, y'all. But yeah, she called her to check on her first, and then she started talking about business. And she said basically, if they don't produce results and money and stuff like that, she backing out. I said that might be a good thing. That might be a good thing because she might be crooked too. She might be crooked too. Miss Marie and Hudson. I said okay. Now, y'all know at the beginning of this review, I said, I don't know if it cut out or I missed the part because I only caught the part where she said this stabbing was supposed to get her control of Gary's shares or Gary money or Gary something. If that was it, she said this stabbing was supposed to. Do that mean that Hudson did it? Did she do it? Did they both do it or they had something to do with it, obviously? And then I know for sure Hudson said, after everything I did for you, or whatever. So I'm assuming he the one. I said at the beginning, I was like, if he did, I said at the beginning it had to been somebody to get that close to him, unless they caught him off guard. I don't know. It had to been somebody he knew or something like that, or he could be. All of these people could be in cahoots together. I don't know at this point. They sit up here and still ain't told us nothing. They told us that these two in cahoots together. They did give us that. But I knew Hudson was crooked anyways. I knew he was crooked. I've been saying that from the jump that he was crooked. Because he over here telling Andy, you need to go and all this stuff, trying to make it seem like she did it and stuff like that. So either way it go, yeah. But I'm ready to see. I forgot what I was about to say, y'all. But Hudson and Miss Marie. So he stops by to see her. He ends up telling her that they need to talk. That's when he tells her that they have a problem. That the judge actually granted Hayden's request. And I didn't write it down, but Hayden said something about he got some incriminating photos or some of the judge's son, and basically he blackmailed him. And that's how he ended up convincing the judge to revoke or reverse Hudson having the power of attorney or whatever. So he ends up telling her that. But then they went to Zach, and Zach was looking at the board or whatever. I said, did he jump at the doggone board? But yeah, he figured out something, and he tries to tell Fatima, but she hung up. I said, dog, I wanted to see it. Then he tried to tell her again when she got to the house, but she was like, wait, was that the scene when she got to the house, or was that the scene when she was in her office? I think she was in the office or whatever. But she was like, it's okay. Jordan already been, locked up for, they assuming that he did both times because he already locked up because he attempted to murder him at the hospital. They should have showed that. I wanted to see that. Shoot, how they gonna end with that? But then he ends up showing up for the mediation, y'all. And that's when Fatima just trying to tell her everything's going to be fine. Robin ends up asking Andy if she's going to miss him. And obviously you could tell by her face that she's going to miss him or whatever. But it's revealed on tonight's episode that Hudson and Miss Marie in cahoots together. Like I said, she wanted control of his assets or something like that. But the plan backfired. Y'all hear my niece in the background telling us, Chelsea, help me. I forgot what he was talking about. I think Miss Marie. Yeah, Miss Marie was supposed to help. Miss Marie was supposed to help get the FBI off Hudson, and that's why he ends up working with her. Hudson tell Miss Marie that she owes him. He was like, everything I done for you and all this stuff. She said, they ain't got nothing to do with me. She said, your job is up. She said, your job is up or whatever. She kicks him out the doggone room. I said, yeah, her plan gonna backfire. It's gonna backfire because if they find out that they both was in cahoots together, they gonna get locked up. Well, that's technically not true because Gary done did so much. The FBI was after him the first time and he walked away, so we'll see. But yeah, the money ends up bringing Sabrina to her place, and he ends up asking if Sabrina wants to talk about what happened with Tony at the airport, but I think she declined. But he ends up telling her he wants more memories with her or whatever, and just telling her how he feels. And she over here looking shocked. I said, that'd be my thing with her. She be over every time they do something, all of them really, they be looking all shocked and surprised and stuff. But yeah, Hayden ends up going to see Gary at the hospital. Ends up telling him that the judge rescinded Hudson having power of attorney. Penelope and Jordan, I said, what the freak? What's wrong with them? I said, how y'all still, first of all, once again, I repeat, how y'all blaming Andy when y'all knew Gary before y'all even knew about Andy? I think I said that right. Yeah. But they both over here just sitting up here blaming her, talking about they gonna make her pay. well, Penelope said it, but Jordan agreed. Penelope says they gonna clear everything up. Wait, I think I skipped something. Penelope visited Jordan in jail. He got locked up because they saying he tried to murder Gary or whatever. They should have showed that part. But yeah, she visited him in jail. Says the judge denied bail. He says you should have just left Gary and Andy alone. And I was like, why y'all keep saying that she did it? She didn't do it. Anybody, y'all? Didn't Jordan? Remember that day they was all was at his house? Didn't he introduce Andy to Gary or whatever? Then eventually, I don't know if they told right then and there they knew each other or what. But yeah, I was like, didn't he introduce her to him or whatever? So they already knew them. But yeah, he was saying how he should have just left Andy and Gary alone or whatever. Penelope ends up telling him they're gonna clear everything up. Then Andy and Gary gonna play. I said okay. I said okay. Then y'all, the crazy thing is y'all sit up here wanting her to help y'all, but you over here trying to make her pay for something she ain't had nothing to do with. But yeah, Zach ends up saying something's up with Gary. I think that's when he was on the phone with her. He tries to tell Fatima his theory, but she tells him about Jordan and basically that it's over with. Sabrina ends up stopping by to see Rich, and I don't know what she thought this was. They start going back and forth about everything, who in the wrong, why neither one of them can see the other perspective and everything. Miss Marie ends up calling Karen, like I said, and checking on her. Then she ends up saying, you know, if the business thing doesn't make money, she doesn't want to be a part of it. Andy ends up asking, why isn't Leonard suspended? Then she asks the same thing about Tony, why isn't he suspended? Andy said Leonard only targeted her client Danny because Tony put her in the program. And I said, you know what? That kind of makes sense. That definitely makes sense. Like, I still don't agree. He did try to help, but at the same time, she didn't ask for the help. But I said, they both, in that case, they should be fired. The stuff that they done did, really, with the stuff we've seen them do, they should have been fired. What? But yeah, that's it, y'all. I think that was everything. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the night and be safe.